Welcome to the section on consolidated financial statements. Let's say there is a company called S Limited. There is a company called S Limited, and this S Limited, to understand its overall financial position, its profits and all, it is preparing three statements. Number one, it prepares income statement to know whether it is making profit or loss. Then number two, it prepares balance sheet to understand what is its financial position. Then it prepares cash flow statement to know from where it generated cash and how they have been utilized. Now, preparing these statements would help S Limited to understand its own position. But let's say this S Limited was ultimately controlled by a company called H Limited. Now H Limited has invested in this S Limited. Let's say H Limited has invested, say, 51% or at least 51% in the share capital of S Limited. Or let's say H Limited controls the board of directors appointment or composition of board of directors of S Limited is controlled by H Limited. Now the relationship now that is existing between this H Limited and S Limited is nothing but holding and subsidiary relationship, where H Limited will be called as holding company and S Limited will be called as subsidiary company. So here S Limited is preparing its own financial statements for understanding its position, but H Limited has invested at least in the 51% of S Limited, or it is controlling the board of directors of S Limited. Then H Limited, apart from preparing its own financial statements, we call it as standalone financial statement. Apart from preparing the standalone financial statement, it should also prepare what is known as consolidated financial statements. Okay, now this consolidated financial statement would help the stakeholders to understand what is the overall position of H Limited and S Limited put together, because H Limited is controlling this company through board of directors or holding at least 51% of share. We can also create this holding subsidiary relationship in some other form. Let's say this S Limited has preference share capital with voting rights. And if H Limited is holding, say, at least 51% of such voting rights, then we can still say H Limited is the holding company of S Limited. Now, let's say there is one more company, say it is M Limited. Now this M Limited is holding at least 51% stake in H Limited, or it is controlling the H Limited through board of directors. Then this S Limited would also become subsidiary of M Limited. Okay. Originally S Limited is subsidiary of H Limited, but because H Limited is subsidiary of M Limited, then this S Limited also would become subsidiary of M Limited. Okay, so it becomes necessary for M Limited to prepare consolidated financial statement by including H Limited, right? And automatically H Limited is taking care of S Limited. So the holding companies should prepare consolidated financial statement. So who is having the responsibility of preparing the consolidated financial statement? It rests with holding company. Now why holding companies should prepare consolidated financial statement? Number one, it will help them to understand the financial performance of the group as a whole, because their activity is not confined to their company alone, it is now extended to another company as well. It will also enable the holding company to understand what is the financial position of the group as a whole. And number three, it would help the holding company to ascertain the appropriate value of the share. Okay, so ascertaining the appropriate value of share of holding company is another reason why consolidated financial statement should be prepared. And number four, this would help the holding company to ascertain whether any or whether an excessive or otherwise price has been paid for acquiring the shares of the company. I mean, it is going to help the holding company to ascertain whether they have paid say higher shares or higher price for acquiring the shares of a subsidiary company. So this is the broad reason for preparing the consolidated financial statement. In the next session, we'll take an example to understand this holding and subsidiary relationship even in a better way.